But yeah, what is everybody up to this week?
Oh yes, fucking snap. Jinx, your deed. I asked it first.
Well,
Just been.
as you know, all I've been doing is painting food with faces on it, so it's been a great week.
It sounds
That's been it.
exhilarating.
Yeah. I also watched a lot of Glee.
Totes. Forgot you were a Glee fan. A Glee stan.
I'm not a Glee stan.
You're a Glee.
I wouldn't go that far.
You hate watching it. You hate watching it.
Kind of, right. So I enjoy the music and stuff because I'm a big musical theatre nerd. But also, it's fucking dodgy. It's really dodgy.
It's kind of fucked, isn't it? Cause
it's just like this middle-aged teacher and all his friends are students, and it's just really a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, they're all singing love songs and sex songs at each other really passionately, looking at each other's eyes.
There's this episode, and the teacher and one of the students are actually singing love songs at each other, and it's the most uncomfortable thing. And he does Blurred Lines by Robin Thicke in one of the episodes. Nah.
What?
Nah. And they all twerk, and he compliments them on their twerking. Don't even.
That is pedo bait. What the fuck?
It actually is.
That's that's a commentary. It is Blood Lines, him and his relationship with the students. I'm pretty sure the teacher as well. He was in Grey's Anatomy, and he was an abusive husband that died from a car crash.
Do you reckon he's typecast?
I think so. It's just, I mean, I don't think it's obviously abuse in Glee. It's kind of tucked away, and they just don't call it out. But yeah, in Grey's Anatomy, he's a monster. You're like, oh,
it'd be really funny if he was singing whilst beating his wife and dying in the car, total fucking.
The best part about Glee is their other teacher, and she fully calls out all the bullshit that happens. So she basically openly calls him a nonce. It's brilliant.
Fucking hell. On that note, guys, thanks for tuning into the Unofficial Official podcast. This week, we are joined by Alyx.
Hello. Hi.
As always, you've got me, Troll them all, what's happening, and the infallible Captain Privilege.
Oh, yes. Infallible. What?
He's a phallus. He's a fallacy.
Phallic.
Keep your phallus to yourself.
that wasn't. Never mind. Yanni, what's happening, folks?
There it is. I was waiting. I was like, I'll help him say Yanni. Come on.
I've been busy as fuck this week, bro, and I can't remember half of what I've done. It's great.
Yeah, you're steaming on through, making so much content. It's good. It's good.
That's chopping up your Fallout adventures and that. And that's
man,
gone pretty well. I'm quite.
I'm digging the content that's coming out. I was screaming myself over the second one that came out. I was like, "That's fucking brilliant."
Yeah,
so
we Fallout
good,
fucking clan, the Vault 69ers, Alyx. I don't know if you've heard.
I haven't. I don't really understand video games, to be honest.
I am the overseer of the Vault 69ers. That's all you need to know. Okay.
That's great. Congrats.
Actually, I will draw you a potato saying congratulations.
I can draw you a potato if you want, mate.
Potato.
Last night I was taking part of the community games night quiz again. That was fun.
Yes.
It was a bit short and sweet. I noticed you posted in about 11.
I was so sad. I was like, oh no, Andy Scott's is offline. No.
The problem was because it wasn't as long, eh? We fucking rattled through it because we were enjoying it, and then it was like, oh right, okay, we're gonna play Jackbox. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was quite quick because I finished at 11. I was like, okay, cool, and I was like, Andy Scott's is offline. I was like, fucking shit. And then I looked and you were like, oh yeah, it was quite short, and I was like, I bet you that fucking COD's a way to play Skyrim. An hour later, my dog is online. I was like, you piece of trash. Like, God damn it. I was like, I fucking knew it.
I think
that's going to be him.
There was more folk in the quiz, and as soon as the quiz was done, it was like, he's like, Jackbox? And everyone's like, I need to go.
It's like people...
That's
not bad though. It's good that people are tuning in for the quiz because it's a lot of fun.
It's way more interactive, man. Way more fucking just
that fucking.
Especially if we all jump into the voice chat while we're sitting hitting the answers. So we are off air, but in the voice chat, and just slagging off the answers and slagging off the
just
questions. Not fucking no, it's no, kid. You getting on that Alyx next week? That was fucking fun, man.
I was watching Ant-Man last night. That's why I didn't join.
Oh, nice with the jink.
I'd never seen it before. I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know
it was really good.
You and Yangi are on your MCU binge.
Yeah.
Bless you.
He's got to be on the podcast somehow, isn't he? He's always got to be there, lurking in the back.
Yeah.
I think he's obsessed with Priv. I think he's obsessed with our Capita.
I agree. I think there's a bit of a bromance going on here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Any man that puts on makeup for me. Oh, it's off there,
Speaking of makeup, where's yours, mate?
Listen, it's foggy and rainy outside. Do you want it to run? Do you want my makeup to run? I don't think so.
I put makeup on because Yangi was like, "Oh, I think that's the face one," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I put makeup on, and then I was like, "Oh, it's not cool." So I've got a full face of makeup on, and I'm dressed. Just thought you'd want to know.
Oh, sorry. Oh, goddamn. Yangi, God's sake, Yangi. Jesus. Fucking hell, Yangi. Look, the face one's Scots with Soul.
Because I listen to them. I don't watch them.
Yeah.
See, I'm the same with podcasts. I'd rather listen than watch, because then you can do shit. Like, I need to hang a washing up. I can listen while I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's what I generally do. Is I'm like doing something else and I'm listening whilst I'm doing whatever I'm doing.
Just to let you know, this does go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well, and a lot of other ones that we don't really pay attention to because they're minor and I don't know the names of them. So if you don't have a listen on that, it's the Unofficial Official Podcast. Check it out, subscribe, have a listen, boys. You get a notification when it goes up every Saturday. Before we get too far away from it, I would just like to rack your brain, Alyx, on what you do, your content, why we actually got you on this podcast, because I'm not sure.
You invited me and I was like,
yeah, fuck it, mate, as well.
I am just some sort of random unemployed person that has ended up on Indie Scots because of Yangi. But
so Scottish by proxy?
Yeah. Apparently so. To the distaste of my family. But
oh, shunned.
I know that.
Yeah, actually, I'm on this own, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, don't even get my mum started, honestly.
Family issues, pass the tissues.
When I told my mum that I was engaged to Ryan, she went, "Oh." And that was it. She's like, "Oh."
And then
communication disappointed or something,
yeah, it was a good time.
Always want to be a wee LGBT. Fuck.
But yeah, no. Other than that, I'm going to start being a music student next year. At the minute, I'm just sort of a dosser. But
so next year you're going full dosser. I like.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go and do music therapy at uni. So I've started a YouTube channel to do music. That therapizes me and stops me going mental. Because I've got something to do.
I've got respect for that. I think a lot of people kind of sitting about the house, and lockdown especially, they're doing nothing, and it's really shit for your mental health. So see if performing music, writing it and recording it gives you something to do, gives you something to focus on, fucking do it, man. More power to you.
Yeah, and I've started doing duets and stuff with people as well from my uni for next year. So that's really exciting. So they'll be out shortly. I've got a couple.
What is your channel details so we know where to find you?
It's Eloise Music, spelled Eloise music.
Okay.
And yeah, so please subscribe to me to beat Yangi in subscribers, because that would be fucking brilliant. Yeah, I don't really know about anything else to.
Well, it's interesting though, because it was
pretty
like you kind of just brought it up from nowhere.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here's a second here. One. Cut the square sausage in half.
Cut the square sausage in half? What?
Sorry, I'm trying to do like hand sign language and shit whilst trying to type it out on the phone and try to not interrupt the pot. Just fucking here.
I just want to say the concept of square sausages is fucking mental to me.
Hey,
oh, it's so good. It's fucking banging.
Listen, it's perfect for bread. That's what it really comes in. It's perfect for bread, perfect for roll.
Last week we so my wife bought puff pastry and she made normal sausage rolls, and then she went, I could do square sausage, and she did it, and by God, it was phenomenal. It was so good. She literally puff pastry, slap like a sausage roll, so puff pastry, square sausage in the middle, score the sides of it, bit of egg wash, and then bake it. Fuck me, it was phenomenal. I'd recommend it heavily.
Actually,
If you like square sausage,
that's too Scottish. Just get some pastry on that sausage.
Yeah. The only way it could be more Scottish is if we deep fried it. But we didn't,
Oh, don't tempt me.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I like how things like haggis and shit always get a pass, but everyone's like, you make your sausage square, you fucking heathens. Like,
I just never knew it existed before I moved here. Like, it just wasn't a thing that we have.
You never heard of Lorne sausage, no?
No, that was another thing, actually. Like, you call them Lorne and Link, don't you? And that was like, what?
Why? We're so weird.
That sounds like a budget rating link.
It just sounds a bit, watch this, you lot. We'll call it something really poncy, and watch your English just lose their fucking shit. It's called Lorne. Lorne, Lorne. Like,
Lorne
what?
sausage.
No, when Yagi first said it, I thought it was spelt like a lawn, like, you know when you like mow the lawn, like that kind of.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you chatting?
To be fair, he's not the most eloquent of chaps. I can imagine him just going, "It's a lawn, it's a lawn." What? No. Why are you mowing your sausages, Yangy? That's not appropriate. But anyway, we're straying far too far away from the topic at hand here.
Yes.
It should be Alyx. You'll never be on again. I'm making a stand here. I'm absolutely shocked. No, sorry.
Disavow, as I would say.
Tunes is what we're talking
Tunes. What do you want to know about the tunes?
Like, well, you're saying, you find it quite therapeutic. I think that's like really interesting as well, because I know from personal experience that when you use music as a form of release, so to speak, no pun or sexual puns intended there, a genuine actual therapeutic release, and then you don't use it, sometimes it make you be so good.
It do make you sad.
Yes, it make you a bit crazy and maybe threaten to beat people or pat your work with a hammer, but that's a totally different. That's a different conversation for a different space and time. So, what about music made you notice its quote unquote therapeutic properties, or what is it about music that really brings that out in you? You know.
So, like I said before, I'm a big like musical theatre nerd. So when I lived in England, I was doing like 2 or 3 shows like as in big company shows a year,
Nice.
and like, you know, doing big belty songs and stuff like that. That I obviously I don't do at the minute because I'm not in a theatre group. But yeah, having that is almost like screaming into the void.
Yes.
Like having to kind of like belt at that kind of level, it's just like screaming.
To fill up a theatre or something,
Yeah, exactly. Because quite often I wasn't mic'd because I'm quite loud.
Mm-hmm.
And other me loud as and quite often like other people needed mics, but I kind of didn't, so they would just like go, nah, just don't have one, you're fine.
The other mics will pick you up, I'm sure.
Which was always fun when you kind of like on the 8th show in a row and you're like, I want to die. But yeah, doing that because I like, not to get too deep, but I've had a lot of mental health issues like as a teenager, and so like getting into theatre and stuff was really therapeutic for me. And it was kind of like just a big like fuck about and have a laugh, and it really helped. So I decided that I wanted to like study music therapy and stuff, and so I kind of looked into it, and then like started writing my own music, which will never be released because no.
Oh, boo!
I think you should just do it. Do you know, it might be one of those ones where once you've kind of done the YouTube for a bit, you've got a bit more confidence.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just going to throw it out there because I love singing. I love it.
Come sing with me, troll.
I'd be happy to. I genuinely took singing lessons and stuff when I was in school, and I was in a boys' singing group. Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
Ripped,
but I'm surprisingly enough quite shy, and see when it comes to performing stuff, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get judged because I hate the concept of people thinking I'm trying too hard. And when you sing, you're like, oh man, I'm trying hard to hit these notes, and I'm like, oh, it's like I don't want you to judge me. Thinking, oh, look, I'm trying so hard to be good, and it's like, Fuck you.
And also, if you're trying really hard, then you hit a bum note, which happens occasionally. It's like, oh no, I want to just curl up in a ball and die.
That was my best, and my best's not good enough.
If I can, right. For one of the things, like I specifically like, don't know a bit of fucking captain privilege, kayfabe here, coming out, dropping truth bombs here, right? One of the things I used to say, and I find it really empowering because, like, even when you're watching like a live band, say like a really big band or something, and everyone's in the crowd and they're all waiting on this band, and then maybe the sound guy comes out and everyone's like, oh, boo, and it's like that poor motherfucker. It's just, but you'll notice 9 times out of 10 they don't even bat a fucking eyelid. They're used to that. They know what's up. They're on the stage for a purpose, right?
It's exposure to it.
But what I feel like, specifically when you are performing live like that, the best way to think of it is that the second you put your foot up on that stage, you have already made the biggest cunt of yourself as humanly possible, right?
You're not wrong.
Because, like I was saying, when the entire fucking, even if it's like a tiny wee room, like 15 people, 30 people, someone stands on that stage, as monkeys, we all kind of go like, oh, and you're just waiting. You are waiting on that motherfucker, tripping up, falling, getting up and singing a shitty song, or getting up really impressing you, but you don't know what to expect, but all eyes are fucking on you. So the only logical way that I play it is that, right, the second my foot has hit that stage, I'm already fucked. I've already made the biggest dick of myself possible. Everyone's already looking at me like, check this guy. Who the fuck's he think he is? Well, guess what, motherfucker? I am going to go on that stage and make the biggest cunt of myself physically possible. I am going to try maybe a little too hard, but not too hard in the sense of I'm trying to fucking amuse you. Try too hard as in, like you were saying earlier, screaming into the fucking void. That is like the best way to envision it for me. Like, I really always enjoyed the power of having a bike and having a fucking megaphone to just fucking into the nothingness. Scream my name into oblivion with a fucking.
I can imagine you reeing as well, so it suits you.
Fuck yeah, man. But there's something really powerful in like opening about that. But like, obviously, relating back to your YouTube and stuff, you don't do a lot of showy tunes. You're more sort of picking those classic kind of, dare I say, pop rock anthem kind of stuff, kind of folky stuff that you've been doing.
It's because, right, so most of the people that like follow my YouTube channel are over 60s.
Right.
You got to play to the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you bat out with Rocky Horror Show, I'm just a sweet transvestite, there might be a wee bit of
yeah, they might not like it, and they might like lose subscribers. I have actually got a musical theatre song coming out at some point, but it's got me like in the video, and it just makes me cringe. So I'm like, can we not? Can we like change the video? Because it's just me like singing in the kitchen like a twat.
Oh yes, one of those really awkward ones.
Oh,
you know what
it.
today? It's like, instead of doing it and then hating it, right? Fully embrace it for square one. Those videos that make you cringe, like those type of videos, make one of those on purpose. But go out your way to make it the most cringy and annoying and daft thing you possibly can. I guarantee you'll enjoy yourself 10 times more, and you might actually find your own niche. You know what I mean? Actually, like, fucking, here's a more polished version of cringe.
People love it. I do. Like, my mates have always said to me, see when there's like a song that's got just a weird annoying bit, I've got one mate that always goes, you like this song, don't you? And I'm like, I really do. And he's like, I fucking knew you would. It annoys the tits out of me. I knew you'd love it. And I'm like, fuck off.
Genuinely, like, even the thought of it, I can feel myself, I've like gone completely red.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. Do you know, it's not just the fact that you have to actually perform it, but see when you have to record it, it's then listening back to it and going, yeah. You're going, I fucked up there. I fucked up there. And I fucked up
part
there.
of that is like 9 times out of 10 I come off if I ever come off a stage and I knew I was like, oh, see that bit? I fucked that bit. Or,
no one knows.
Nope.
I literally thought that was amazing, man. That was so good. And you're like, you didn't have to say that just to be nice. And they're like, no, it was fucking brilliant. Like, you didn't hear that bit when I completely fucked up. They're like, oh, what? The average punter does not give a they're just impressed that someone can get up and do that full stop. They're not sitting there critically analysing every fucking semi half tone crotchet note that you fucking missed.
Exactly.
You know?
Well, that's my kind of thing with my YouTube channel. So every song, because obviously, like, there's multiple tracks in a song, but every track I record it only once. I don't go over it again unless it's fucking really, really bad. Because I'm like, well, I've done like live stuff and I've done like pub gigs and shit like that, and I would prefer to have it as like an authentic, quote unquote, like performance than as like me completely polishing it. Because I feel like it's more human.
You can't polish your turd as well, so.
Exactly.
I think like it's more so now as well. You're looking at a space and time where like people can make it all fucking singing on TikTok in their bathroom and shit. You know,
it's mental.
People can literally make it just singing out in the fucking streets and that getting recorded. You what you're talking about is like.
I'm gonna come sing outside your house.
Oh god. I'm not opening the door. There's just gonna be Yangy Delphine standing there with a fucking bouquet of roses. Fucking Alyx behind them on a fucking wee pedestal and an acoustic guitar singing Glee songs.
Yeah, Yangy's holding a boombox above his head, but it's not turned
on. Yeah, like I think what we really need is that kind of mixer platform now where you can see and hear. Like it's really interesting you say that because like. Now, don't start your shit, okay? I will have no music shaming on the music podcast that we're having today, okay?
Here we go.
Okay.
But Doja Cat's rendition of Juicy is far better, and I'm pretty sure it's Complex YouTube channel's take on it, where she does it live on a mic.
Yeah.
That's the original version I heard, and I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Keep it juicy, juicy. That was my shit, right? Then you hear the actual recorded version. It's lackluster, it's lame, it doesn't hit all the notes, it's not got the cheeky fucking vibe about it. There's something missing, which is kind of ironic and weird because 9 times out of 10, you'd hear a live band, and although there's rawness to it, but a live recording per se sometimes can come off a lot shibbier than the studio version.
Mm-hmm.
It's missing the impact, it's missing the EQ and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But you got any examples like you got any examples of that sort of stuff where it's like you listen to it but you prefer it live or you prefer it recorded? Is that relevant to you at all?
Yeah, I guess so. Again, musical theatre. Lol. Sorry, bringing it up again. Hi, it's me. But obviously, like having done all performances and that of that kind of thing, I always find like I get quite emotional, particularly in like the final song of the night or whatever. It's fucking brilliant, whatever. But I always get quite emotional. But then if I listen to the songs, even if it's the recording of the company that I was with or whatever, I just don't get the same thing.
Yeah, don't get the same vibe or like feeling at the moment at the time.
Yeah, even like going to see other companies and stuff do things. Like I get really emotional and really into the music, and then listening to it back, I'm like,
you can empathise and put yourself in that position. You've been there and kind of feel the amount of effort and time. Themselves at the pain of that performance. Yeah.
I did Grease on broken ribs, right? I was playing Frenchie and I had broken ribs. Literally like 2 weeks before the show, I fell down a flight of stairs and I broke my ribs.
For fuck's sake.
And I hadn't realised I'd broken them. I went to a rehearsal and like put my arms in the air and it went
oh no.
And I was like,
Jesus.
oh fuck. So I was having to play Frenchie and dance around like a twat and sing on broken ribs. And honestly, it was the most cathartic performance of my life because I was like, you know what, I'm here and I'm actually fucked, but here we are.
One of the last times when I was fucking high school, man, we played this mad rock concert thing, and it was really awkward because it was technically just a gig, but they would draft in like all the top bands for all the high schools. But these were hand-picked bands for the music teachers, so it was actual like there's a fucking grunge band, there's a deathcore band, there's a nu metal band, there was all these really weird mix of shit. But the only people buying tickets were the friends and family. So you had this weird seated auditorium type thing full of fucking people from 15 to fucking 60, 70, 80, all the grannies and granddads and that. And of course we get up at the end of it, start spazzing out some new metal and stuff, and I'm rolling a bit like a fucking idiot. Didn't realise on the last roll, I literally like rolled backwards, fell backwards, but made it look cool. Honestly, it looked way cool. Trust me, believe me.
I bet you looked well cool, bro.
I looked way cool.
So cool.
I actually rolled on a power cable, and like didn't feel it at the time, but actually like sprained my coccyx bone at the tailbone. And like me and my folks actually went on holiday like that week. I couldn't stand up. If I sat down, it would take me like 15 minutes to stand. I was sitting like an old man, just like.
Jesus.
I mean, I remember specifically being so chuffed to myself that I managed to pull off the roll and make it kind of look some sort of semblance of I meant that, or I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, but then actually, like, no one knows that I was in fucking serious agony and pain. And still, even to this day, I get a bit of a twinge if I sit down too long on a stiff chair. Like, oh no!
I love that. You're young and you're dumb, and you're full of cum, and you're just like, I'm just gonna be a fanny and roll about. And you're like, I look so fucking cool. And then you ever see video footage of it, you're like, I'm a fucking dickhead.
It was like a weird mix of like I barely took this note and genuinely like fucking started to like white out a bit. So I like backed off of the note and started like falling backwards, but then realised I was going to fall on my ass, so just kind of done the roll, but didn't realise I was rolling directly on a power cord right on my cock. So that must have been like actually fucking
painful. Very painful.
When I was like 10, I was out for Dodger in Oliver, and there's a video of me somewhere on YouTube of me like pure cunting it off a box on stage at this performance. It's like a 10-year-old, and like trying to like roll out of it and like trying to like play it off as like, oh, that was on purpose, but it just wasn't on purpose.
That's what I think though. Once you've had those kind of experiences, you become a lot more immune to it. And I think as well as like your own music or like performing and like music just in and of itself as opposed to theatre, there will be an element of that very much comes naturally to you. The more you do it, the more immune you become to it. It's like us with podcasting and stuff. First time we done the podcast together, because you probably go back and listen to it, it's just fucking three boys giggling at each other like,
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I said the funny. But no, it's a lot there. Just like I was having, man, even up to totes, good. It becomes a second nature thing. And like, is there any sort of element of that you found when stage performing that you think you might be able to see with actual music? I mean, you've definitely been releasing a lot more on your YouTube, a lot more fucking frequently anyway, from when you first started.
No, I kind of like, when I first started, I was like panicking about it. I was like, shit, like it has to be good and whatever, and like, but now I'm like, well, it's fine, whatever, that bit's a bit bum, but it's okay.
That's it, because it'll be like one of the key things about music, and I like always find about like bands, that the difference between musicians and people who play music, or musicians have the patience and the wherewithal and the balls to be able to listen to themselves cringe to the fucking core of their soul and go, you know what, it's okay, it's not perfect, but it's good enough.
Do you know what, I can't listen to it with other people listening to it with me. I can't. It makes me. It's too much cringe.
Yeah, I'm quite like that. Like, see if I hear my music in passing, I'm like, oh fuck, I totally forgot I had that there. I totally forgot
that's cool.
Whereas, if I'm in a room full of people and they're like, oh my god, you heard it boff, it's like, oh fuck no, oh god.
It just makes me cringe.
Yep. Yeah, me and one of my best mates, we did stupid parody songs and recorded them. And
now that I need to see.
I really want to hear that.
Foodgasm, it was called. And it was shit and awkward, and it just as me being a cringy Jack Black wannabe. And we recorded it. We were in high school, recorded it, and then we literally said, come in, having this to some of my mates. They come in, we put it on, and the second it went on, we both went, I wish we hadn't done this, and we just left the room. We're like, I can't listen to this. We're going to fuck off, and we'll come back when it's done. But yeah, it was incredibly cringy. We've done it a couple of kind of recordings and shit. We did a Scissor Sisters and George Michael mashup.
What?
Which honestly
amazing.
It was really fucking. I really enjoyed it. I thought it turned out really well. I was like, this is just nice.
First
It
off,
was like
Scissor
and
Sisters were the jam, okay? But
I've seen them
second off,
live, mate. They're fucking
George
banging.
Michael, he's the fucking man. So
He's an
like,
exceptional. Yeah,
like totally
it is.
to my
It was
fave right there.
Prove you are so middle-aged.
How dare you? How dare you? George Michael is a fucking goddamn
Right, okay.
an icon in this country. Okay,
I
he's a
agree.
fucking
I like
fully
that he crashed
vested
his
in
car
this
drunk.
community.
I agree, but all I want to say is I have about 40 messages from middle-aged people going, "Are you going to do any George Michael on your YouTube channel?"
We should re-record that cover, Alex. That'd be good.
You should,
Yeah,
you
let's
should
do
look
it.
at that one he done after he got caught in the toilets. What was it? Let's go outside or something. It was just all full of puns about getting caught in the toilet with glory holes and shit. It was brilliant.
I wasn't
Amazing.
cottaging, I swear. It's like, fucking weird. Totally fucking weird.
I had to explain cottaging to a bunch of people the other day.
Oh,
Do you know, it's honestly one of my favourite jokes to make, but so few people get it.
So few people understand
You have to
what it
explain it.
means.
You're like, oh god, it's like I can't use this joke. I can't. I want it, and it'd be great in this context that you say it, and then I'll giggle, and then silence, and it's like, ah, fuck. And people go, what's
Everyone just
cottaging?
looks
It's
at you like you're a wee fucking giggling weirdo.
yeah, it's like now I need to, and it's one of those ones where you explain it, and people go, how the fuck do you know that? And it's like, ah, man, now I seem like I go cottaging, and I didn't want people to know that. I didn't want people to know that yet.
That's the classic trope, though. That's fucking brilliant, man.
It's brutal.
Listen, you want cringy, right? I'll tell you one of the last experiences I had doing any sort of high school fucking gigs and stuff. We used to play the end of year concert every year. And literally it was just an excuse for anybody in class to get out of class. You know, there's fucking 100 plus kids just sitting there, could not give a fuck what you're doing, what you're playing, not into it whatsoever. But for whatever reason, all the girlies in the year 6 class decided they wanted to do a performance at the end of this concert.
Oh god.
Yeah, because it was a really weird mixed concert. We'd had some like self-written fucking high school play thing that was like based on our school and stuff. Like it was kind of funny, it was kind of weird, but so there was it was actually that. Well, I dare use the word popular, but it was that well spoken of that they decided to put one of those songs on it. So everyone was, oh, we'll make a talent show and so can fucking sing here. And we just like, we just want to play a couple of songs at the end. You know what I mean? Like fucking band you want to play. But the lassies decided they really wanted to do this special performance at the end of I believe in a thing called Love.
That's a bad song to choose. That is a very, very hard
darkness.
thing.
And as it came time, like honestly, I'm kind of like just sort of thinking, like, what are they? Did they have some like weird dance routine planned? Because none of them could play a fucking instrument. None of them could even sing. Well, what the fuck are they doing? So it comes to the day of the gig that and they're all like, okay, are we setting that? I'm like, yeah, man, like totes. And they're like, so what I'm thinking is, so and so stand here, and they still stand there, and so stand there, and we'll harmonise on these bits with them. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, when you're playing the song, I was like, whoa. You're playing the song. Like, we don't know the fucking song. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shit.
Oh, I thought you were playing it and we were just going to dance. I was like, are we fuck? So they scrambled, grabbed a copy of it on CD, and then after we play, like, I don't know if it'd be funny, but like you say, Screaming Into the Void, we're belting out fucking new metal in this school. It's like a corn video, you know, like there's like 50, like 100 kids just sitting there blank faced, could not give a fuck, while we're out there pouring their heart out. Like, I used to get bullied, and then the next thing fucking...
I can't really get bullied.
And then they're like, right, before you go, folks, and they're like, honest, everybody's itching to just get out fucking early, because that's the whole point of the concert. Get the tickets, you don't have to go to class, and you can fuck off a wee bit early. Just hang about, we've got one more thing. And they put the CD on, and then they come out. At that point, my drummers are like, fuck this, but that's cringe, he's off.
Yep.
So it's just...
I don't want to be associated with this shit show.
It's just like 3 guitarists standing there awkwardly, while these 3 lassies come out who have had no correlation at all between themselves at any sort of like, we'll do a dance routine or we'll muck it, and just come out with like shitty feather boas and start like fanny diddling about on the stage, man. Like, literally it was the most, and we were like standing there like haha, yeah, totally, like pretending to play the guitars. Fucking man, to this day I'm like, oh yes,
I hate that shit.
You will never feel the cringe. of that fucking level, man.
So-
As long as that cringe doesn't fucking hurt.
I feel like
you'd
I have
still be
cringe to
fucking
rival your cringe though.
Go for
Oh
it.
shit!
Trump my cringe.
When I was in year 10, so I'd have been about 15-ish.
So it's probably 5th year for us in Scotland.
Yeah.
4th year or 5th year.
I don't know. I was about 15 anyway. So I went to a private Catholic school for content.
Ooh,
Oh.
fuck that!
They
Fuck
loved,
that indeed.
they loved me. It was great. But so we did
I'm vegan and I'm cutting my hair.
Yeah, I'm vegan and I have short dyed hair, and I have a tattoo. They loved
Big
me.
yikes. Big yikes.
Also, I was a big fag, so
Okay.
Moving swiftly onwards.
Yeah, no. So
I love your
basically,
honesty. I love your honesty.
Yeah.
we did house singing. So we had like houses, and then we'd have to do like a singing competition at some point in the year. And
Were you
one of
Hufflepuff?
yeah, no. But my house, the sixth formers decided. Have you seen Mean Girls?
Oh my god.
Have you seen, you know Jingle Bell Rock from Mean Girls, and they're all in the little outfits with the hats, and they do all the sexy dancing and that.
I vaguely remember something about that.
It's overtly sexual, and me as a little
there was a
15-year-old with a shaved head, and being
But
about.
you did that.
Yeah, we did that because one of the sixth formers was like, "Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that." And they just like picked people that could sing.
Oh my
fuck.
god.
And so, like in front of my the priest guy that worked at my school, all the faculty, the headmaster, and everyone that was like students, including the sixth former that I was dating at the time, we don't talk about that, were all kind of like staring at us, and there is film somewhere of it, but it was the most cringe thing of my life.
Alyx, you're genuinely
never
lucky you don't
again.
identify as a boy, or you might have fucking not made it out there alive. Performing that jingle in front of a bunch of fucking Catholic priests. How did you survive?
I don't know. Oh, no. So one time I was talking to my friend and we were making a joke, and I said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, but I'm a Satan's prostitute," as the priest guy that like walked around the corner.
That should be the name of your first album. I like that.
What, Satan's prostitute?
I am Satan's prostitute.
The first album's called Satan's Prostitute, and it's all these acoustic nice covers. It's like, what?
Just randomly
That
somewhere
doesn't match
dubbed
up.
underneath the fucking song files is just like Lucifer.
Yeah, no, it's just me going, "Fuck you, Pittsford School, you suck." Like, look what you did.
Look what you did. Look what you've done. Look what you made me
It's
do.
all your fault.
It's like a hardcore version of fucking Taylor Swift's "Look What You Made Me Do."
Oh, you know what I could do? Because this was our school song. I could do a heavy metal version of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
It would be beautiful.
Do it.
Fucking litty.
I think that was a great place to call it, man. That was really good.
Um,
Really enjoyed
Just
myself.
before we do, there's something I want to talk about. I got scammed.
What the
What?
fuck?
It was kind of my own doing. I kind of thought it was a scam, but I was like, fuck it, let's wing it. So one of those juicy ads come up on Facebook. Obviously, I'm sitting in my chair a lot as I'm working from home because I'm a lucky boy. So I've got a shit chair that's like a hand-me-down piece of shit office chair that's not very comfortable. So it came up gaming chair, and I was like, okay. It's like 70% off. I was like, fuck it, let's go for it. So I click on it, pay for it. It was like 25 quid. I was like, this is either going to be really shit quality or this a total fucking scam.
So
it's like, so it's like give us like 15 to 20 working days, and it'll get there. It's coming for Jane. I was like, okay. So I'm watching the tracking number. This is the 24th of April. I ordered it, and I'm watching the tracking number. It's on its way. It's in Britain. That's great. I get an envelope through the door, and I look at it, and it's literally just a little envelope, and it's literally a line and a half long. It's like Quen Dong Shen Jeping, and it's like this long fuck off name, and I'm like, this isn't a chair.
Was it
So I open
translated to
Fuck knows. I think it's just the
take
place,
that,
but there's not
Gaijin?
any spaces. Like Gaijin. open it up, and it's a glasses cleaning tool.
What?
I was like, yep. So I was like, okay. I was like, maybe they've just, sometimes you do sites, they send a free gift or gives a high review. I was like, I'll give it a couple of days. They gave it a couple of days, and then I checked the track number, and it's like it's still being delivered. And I was like, let me just check that packaging. And I looked at the packaging, and the tracking number on the packaging is the exact same as the track number for my quote unquote chair. And I was like, I've been fucking had.
So this isn't a show for you to advertise your fucking ill-gotten wares that you can sell. But if anyone needs a glass cleaner for roughly 20 quid, post us in packaging.
Honestly, it's a total con though. So I went back and I found the ad, because you can go on, and I didn't know this until like 2 days ago. You can go onto Facebook and you can look at your recent ads, your ads history. So anything you've clicked on pops up. So if you've seen a thing that's like, oh, that's pretty cool, click that. And on, and I went, I've ordered it. I'm giving them like 2 more days. I've received a glasses cleaner, but I'll update if I get the chair, if it's company or not, blah, blah, blah. They deleted my fucking comment and stopped me commenting on the page. I was like, you fucking cocks. You motherfuckers.
To be fair, that's some funny shit.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it. So it was through PayPal, so I'm putting a claim through PayPal to get it back. But at the end, it's 25 quid, and it's, yeah.
How cheeky do they have to be to literally send you a set of glasses cleaners? Like, are you blind, mate? It's clearly a scam.
I was like, I was like, this is weird.
You are clean glasses. You don't read so good. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fuck. So I was like,
Polish, but
yeah. So I've like screenshotted every page. Like, nah, you were trying to do a chair. It was a chair. It was a fucking chair that I ordered. Fuck you, cunts. Yeah, literally. See when you go to dispute it on PayPal, right? It says, so they've put a note on that if you're trying to dispute it, it says, before going through PayPal, please email this, because it can take like 15 days to get a refund through PayPal. I'm like, you fucking cocky pricks. I was like, a fucking Hotmail address as well. I was like, this isn't official. A Hotmail address, email, this is like boss@reallyzhou@hotmail.com or whatever the fuck it is. And I was like, you pieces of shit, you're doing this hoping that people will email you on that and not raise a dispute with PayPal and run out of time so you can keep the money. I was like, you fucking clever pricks. I was like, it's very smart, but yeah.
So you have us a nice little out plan when the podcast doesn't take off. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yeah, I'm just gonna, what I'll do, I'll buy from them and then I'll sell it on for a $5 or more. Done. Easy.
I like it. That's awesome. Right, well, what we usually do here, Alyx, is get you to offer a human sacrifice of some kind.
You can have Yangi.
Yes, there we go.
I'll take him.
You actually so prepared for that. I thought I'd pure try and catch you off guard with some smart ass shit, and you're like, nah, you can have him. It's cool. I've got a sacrifice waiting spare. He's there.
Yeah, there you go.
But for future reference, where can people find your stuff? Do I plug your YouTube and whatnot, SoundCloud and and all the rest?
I'm on YouTube at Eloise Music, and on Twitter is music_Eloise.
Right,
Eloise
for the viewers out there, definitely not viewers.
Eloise.
Yeah, Cap no spell good.
Right. Cool.
Pear, yeah.
Actually, I wanted to say that was one of my first interactions with Alyx was through Community Games Night, and see the commentary between you two during Scribbler. It actually makes me piss myself. It's so fucking funny.
I'm just going, help me.
if you're drawn, Prev's like, help me cheat, Alyx. DM me the answer, please. Me need help. Me knows good. It's like, yes.
Well, like, I'm typing away. You can just hear that. So like, no, Prev, no. Try again. No, that's like it's
You're so close. That's not how you spell croissant. There's no Q. It's fucking brilliant, man.
Yeah, that's a good advert for that shit, guys. Get yourselves over to Indie Scots. Check out the Community Games Night and stuff. We have loads of fun over there.
Every Friday.
Do you know what though? For me, it's just nice to know that there's someone that's more dyslexic than me.
I'm not even diagnosed. Not even there.
Oh, sorry.
Dyslexic. I just fucking outed him.
Sorry.
Autocorrect has totally just fucked my shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Autocorrect from PEAR to what was it? PER.
It was one of those. Okay. Look, I'm not Rick Ross. I don't shout out to all the pairs. So
pairs and shit.
Pairs.
Aye, pears.
When you said that to the thing, I was like pissing myself for a moment. Like,
You know
what are you on about?
It's like so. Like honestly, see having useless meme knowledge. See when it pays off.
It's,
You're like, yes,
it's
pears.
fucking
Pears. There's a pear
impressive,
meme.
man.
I know there's a pear meme. Rick Ross. Yeah.
It's so good. If you do want to tune in to see any Prev's meminess and spectacular meminess, check him out on the Indie Scots Discord and also on the Create Scotland Discord. Literally just Google Create Scotland and Indie Scots and you'll find it. Indie Scots is on the Twitch and the Discord link is also on the Twitter. Create Scotland.
Also,
I think it's on that there.
INDI Scots. Just
yes.
putting that out there.
INDISCOTS.
Yeah,
check that shit out.
Check out Mine and Troll stuff as ever. And I would like to wish you and your missus a very fortunate week, my man. Hopefully this time next week there should be a little
Fingers
troll.
crossed, yeah. Little shit's overdue. Little shit's overdue by a week tomorrow. Fucking.
Take your time, pal. There's no rush.
How dare he? How dare he? But yeah, thank you very much for joining us, Alyx. It's been an absolute pleasure. Maybe have you on again.
Thank you for having me.
Maybe try and get Yangi next.
Thanks for coming. That was great.
Ooh.
You don't want Yangi on here.
Nah, you got enough Yangi folk. Fuck's sake.
Keep the peasants off the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you are still enjoying lockdown. Hopefully it ends sometime in the next year and a half. Prev's just like, I get to make content. Woo! But yeah, peace out. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Bye.